Hey there, this is your pal Pally, and welcome back to Git Er Raid. I'm taking a look at PTR fights for the upcoming Siege of Orgrimmar. Next up is Galakras and his buddies. Technically you fight a number of mini-bosses and adds, and then finally get to take down the dragon. This fight is a 2 tank and 2 to 3 heal encounter. We were doing it with 2 heals in this footage. So Galakras is actually the dragon sitting in the air for most of this encounter. Adds will stream down in between these towers, and you'll need to handle them. On top of that, you also need to care for the friendly NPCs here that help take down the adds. The goal is to get teams on top of both towers and fire these cannons at Galakras to get her down and finish off the encounter. The encounter goes like this. You have some waves of adds, then the left tower gets opened. Soon after, a mini-boss comes down along with a demolisher. Before you tackle the tower, you need to kill off the demolisher, otherwise it keeps knocking into the tower and doing damage to you as you climb. Once you kill the mini-boss on top of the tower, you can fire the cannon. But it's useless to do that now, as you need to handle the right side tower. Another mini-boss will come down the middle, and once again, you DPS him down along with the demolisher when the right tower gets opened. Send a team to take care of the guy on top there, and then Galakras can be brought down. We didn't get to this part in the fight. The dungeon journal doesn't list many abilities from Galakras. It seems like there is some pulsing AoE that gets progressively worse, and then a flame orb type thing that targets a raid member and you'll want to soak along the way. Kinda like the flame orbs from Blood Council and ICC if you remember back that far. So what we need to talk mainly about is all of the types of adds that can come down and then the mini-bosses. None of them have a ton of abilities, but you'll certainly want to prioritize some above others and pay attention to certain abilities. So first up, one of the more dangerous adds is called the Bone Crushers. They will charge someone and do an ability called Fracture, which does a ton of damage. Not only will they do this to your raid members, but they will attack your friendly NPCs. You must use some sort of stun or death grip or knockback that will stop them from doing this. Otherwise, you'll likely lose your buddy. The grunts do very little and can be called cannon fodder, but watch out for one of them in particular called a flag bearer. He periodically throws down a war banner, and it will greatly buff him and his friends. The banner itself needs to be killed quickly. These flame slingers are annoying as the fire arrows they put on the ground were very hard to see. After that, shaman are a big priority. They drop healing tide totems and will chain heal all the other adds. Keep them locked down as much as you can. Lastly, there are some proto-drakes that come down and do a flame breath. Keep them faced away and just kill them off. So now we can talk about the mini-bosses. The first one you'll encounter is Orgrimmar the Snake. She does some poison attacks that stack on the tank, drops some poison clouds on the ground, and has some adds that will hurt your raid if their back is to them. Just stay out of the poison cloud and DPS her and her adds down quickly. Next up, if you go into the tower, at the top is Krugrik. He does an arcing smash that can knock you off the tower if you are too close to the edge. Just try to be near him and step right or left as need be. Down below, the Thranok mini-boss will spawn. The thing to watch out for here is the Crusher ability. He will yank everyone to him and then smash the ground around him, likely killing anyone caught there. Lastly, I never got to see this mini-boss, but on top of the right tower is an archer type guy called Dargrin, who will knock you back with arrows. Kill all these mini-bosses and shoot off the cannons, and down Galakras comes. At least that's the theory. There were massive problems with client crashes for many, and the trash before this encounter was really deadly, so we only got around an hour of testing, or probably less. Plus we bugged out the encounter with a demolisher just continuing to beat on the tower, even with everything else despawned. This encounter has a lot of moving parts, so it's probably not surprising that it was one of the last to be tested. So in sum, it seems to come down to controlling and DPSing adds, hopping on top of towers, and then surviving the final encounter with the big old dragon. Thanks for watching, and please comment, like, and/or subscribe to the video if you found it helpful, and have a good one!